Welcome to Coyote Classics here in Green, Iowa. Today, Dad and I are going to be checking out and test driving this 1960 Chevy Apache.
Man, Dalton, I love this truck, and the cool part is, a week later after I bought this beautiful show quality truck, you bought that 70 K10.
Yeah, and that's a nice truck too. So
both of them are just over the top restorations.
we're cornering the market on nice four-wheel drive Chevys right now. This one's, again, Dakota the VIN, factory four-wheel drive, factory short box, 60 K10, which this is the one, as far as I've seen online, the only four-wheel drive 60 Apache for sale right now. I mean, there's some two-wheel drive long box ones, right, but good luck finding a short box four-wheel drive 60 Apache.
How about in an aqua turquoise? I mean, what a great color.
Look at this. I mean, let's just, before we even look at the engine, look at the bottom side of the hood, how well they did that, painted that firewall.
I was very impressed when I drove this. You know, they kept it the old two barrel. Isn't that great?
Yeah, they restored it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They didn't change much, just restored it to how it would be from the factory, except for they did add a really nice gauge cluster, which we'll talk about. Quality. The color's excellent.
Just listen to that 283. I mean, it sounds beautiful. Sounds good out of the exhaust as well. New wiring. I mean, just everything. I'll let you go around this one, D, for the last one of the day.
The 60s are so neat with the turn signals up here in the hood.
Pretty cool, huh?
And I like the wheel and tire setup, BFGs with the correct wheels and hubcaps. Turn signals work.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, they're neat. Hood's in really good shape. Painted grille. That's awesome as well. Looks like they might have put like a little LED, or no, maybe not. Maybe a lower LED light. Looks good. Front bumper, painted front bumper has, well, that's just from having a license plate, which I'm sure whoever buys it's going to have one on it too. It's got a license plate, little scuff there, and then a couple small little chips in that painted bumper, but.
Isn't this sweet? I mean, just awesome.
It is. Really cool stance.
You just never see them. I'm not saying 60s. You don't see four-wheel drive 60s pickups, 60s pickups very often at all. Especially ones that look like this. You want to shut it off or what?
Yeah, then people can just hear us a little better. But it idles here beautifully.
There's your like I said, new tires. They still have the little nubs on them. Hood fits beautifully. So does the fender, top of the door, all the way down. It's got one tiny little chip or a couple tiny little chips right there. It's like just an old, looks like a little tiny paint run back in the day that they didn't wet sand all the way out. Here's your box side, here's your cab corner. All looks great. Here's your undercarriage. Pretty easy to get the undercarriage on the video on this one.
I was just going to say that. That's nice.
Bottom of the box, all stained just like the top side.
These are exactly what I want for my new pickup. Raised white letters. I might have to.
33 1250s.
There's a chance.
Wouldn't that look good on there?
It would look really good. There's a chance that this truck comes with some bald, all-terrain.
So you're saying if
Yamas.
someone breaks into the showroom and steals these tires, it might have been you, son?
Yeah, don't look at my truck. I like them a lot, though, with the raised whites, with the painted white roof and bumpers. Looks great.
Yeah. God, look at the oak floor, huh? Some of these, they just paint them black and stuff, but this just does it. Especially with that turquoise paint. Two-tone. They did a great job all along here on the two-tone. Even in the jams, did it all properly. And then it's almost a pewter metallic, isn't it? It's silver, but it's kind of more of a goldy silver. Yeah. Looks great. They went ahead and put all these rubbers on here, which just seals it up nice and tight. Corners of the doors are great. Look at the quality of the interior. Top here is painted beautifully. There's your four-wheel drive instructions, which actually kind of helped me out nice. You know, you knew exactly what you were doing. When I checked out the four-wheel drive on our first test drive, and it works great. There's your shifters, both new boots. All up under the dash was all painted. Again, new wiring. See it? There's your vent covers. They painted the pedals. You got new digital gauges, which we'll get to in just a little bit. There's nothing not to like about this truck.
Correct.
And wait till we drive it.
It drives good too.
It is as good as it looks. I was very, very impressed. Cab corner. Got a little paint, or in the seam. It's got just a little crack there in the paint right there. Other than that, bottom of the fender, everything's great. Wouldn't this look just absolutely sweet? I see it's got two little chips here too, don't it? A little chip right there. One that was touched up here. Wouldn't this look awesome pulling a trailer? I mean, you won't want to go too far with the short box, right?
It'd look cool.
That big K10 would be probably better for it, but pulling your classic Camaro on an open trailer.
That'd be pretty neat.
Wouldn't that be neat to a car show?
Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted to do. Why not do it? Let's put a hitch on this.
We should. That'd be kind of fun.
Keep it for the summer.
Yep.
And do it.
That'd be cool.
You'd be one of the only people at a car show pulling two cars like that.
Yeah, really nice classic truck pulling a classic.
Classic muscle car. I mean, that would be just awesome. There's your VIN. The steering wheel is beautiful. All the paint in the door jambs is nice. I know this video's taking a little bit longer, but I'm just amazed by this truck.
It's a nice truck. Gas tank there, where it should be. Yep. The only thing I noticed is
new wiring all the way through there. You can just see kind of all the new wiring. They didn't dick around with the old stuff. What are you saying, Dee?
Oh, just that the driver's seat cushion's a little bit, lower.
Let's see about this one. Let's see.
That's kind of crazy too.
Crazy. Heater fan works good. Radio delete. Now, this is what I love. Beautiful, beautiful gauges. But the best of all, guess how many miles was put on this truck?
How many?
28,000.
Really? Nice.
That's what it says. 28,285 miles.
And they could have also programmed that to what was on it before.
They could have. They could have. You're right. Because it sure don't look like that.
Yeah, miles are hard to say on the old cars, but starts that easy.
Isn't that crazy? As far as it's got a factory tack. Look at the tack over here. It's pretty sweet. See, they use the tack right in the speedometer. But see that?
And it's not gonna on the video. It's gonna show up that it's blinking just because the frame rate of the camera, but it's not. It's all solid.
Like you said, it goes all the way up here to 5,000
with the naked
RPM.
eye. But
alternator gauge is charging at 14. I know the temp gauge works. I drove it the other day. Oil pressure is at 50 pounds right now. Gas gauge works too. That's at 3/4. Wipers work and park. Rear view mirror's nice and tight. Here's how you will recalibrate your gauges if you ever have to. Here's your choke and here's your throttle. Oh, they didn't hook up the throttle part.
those are probably more for
decor.
But it does still have the trim tag right down there on the firewall, which is kind of neat.
Lighter works, so you can charge your phone and stuff in there. This is, God, sweet truck.
Glove box light works.
What a awesome truck. Speedometer works. I use the digital. It's got the little digital in the
just
center,
like your new car would have.
plus
nice.
the suite. It's got both. I kind of think the digital's cool.
Yeah, those are nice gauges.
The other thing is, this did not feel like a grain truck. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When I grew up, I was in an old 60s grain truck with a four-speed stuff, but it doesn't feel like that granny gear grain truck. You know what I mean?
It just drives nice.
Oh, it does. Here's your brakes. Drum brakes, and they stop perfect. No pull left or right. I kind of like the 4-speed. I was always a big fan of the autos, but when you have a 4-speed that shifts as good as this one, you know what I mean? Look at that. That's a big 4-wheel drive truck. We're already doing 45, 50, 52. Pop her down.
Drives really good.
So that's what I'm telling you. All right, so that's 66 mile an hour, okay? You're probably 70 right there. There is no vibration, there is no rattles, there's no nothing.
Yeah, it drives awesome. And like you said, normally you get in some of these old trucks and they drive like an old grain, they do kind of drive like a big old grain truck.
Not this one.
No, it just drives nice, taking it, cruise it.
High speed braking.
Stop good?
Yeah, perfect. Our four-wheel drive works great too. So four-wheel drive, we're gonna go ahead and put it in 4 high. Right there, should be 4, let's see. That's neutral. Try that.
There we go.
Here.
Got 4-wheel drive, we're ready to crawl.
We're gonna go in 4-wheel drive. Sounds good in 4-wheel drive.
It does.
I think we should take this out for the winter and then restore it again next spring.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about Iowa. We can't do that. But there's your 4-wheel drive. So obviously we're not going to go as fast in 4. And you're going to feel a little different.
Yeah, but it works.
You can hear on the highway, you got just a little bit of a vibration just because it's where you're at.
Yeah,
we're doing 55 and 4-wheel drive. Pretty cool, huh?
It is. It's a neat truck. There's your air conditioning, those little wing windows. They work good too.
They do. I just love this truck.
Yeah, it's
You
nice.
could take this truck on your cruise. I know it sounds crazy with that 4-speed, but you could.
Oh, you definitely could.
I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind.
I'm going on a 300, 400-mile cruise this weekend, and this thing mechanically would definitely do it. Good car. Check it out on the website, coyoteclassics.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next test drive.